Guys, the amount of questions that I get for these girl talks is just insane. What's up? I'm finally doing this video. It's been requested so much. Girl Talk 3 finally. I did Girl Talk part 1 and part 2. If you haven't seen them, then I'm gonna put links to both of those videos in the description if you want to go check them out. Some of the questions that you have that I don't answer in this video might already be answered in those videos, so check them out. Go grab a snack if you want to. Go grab a drink. Disclaimer remains the same as the first two parts. I'm not a therapist or a guru. Just think of this video as talks that you have with an older sister or just a sister or friend, whatever you want to think of me as. Let's just get on with the video and chat and have a girl talk.
Girls, we run this mother.
Already answered about hair, removing hair down there, all of that in Girl Talk 1 I think, or 2, I don't know. How was your first sugaring / waxing down there experience? Isn't it so awkward? I am very like body shy. I don't even change in front of my mom. I just can't do it. I know there's girls who like freaking pee while their friends are in the bathroom. I'm just like, how? I can't even change in front of my mom. I don't know how you guys do that, but you just have to keep this in mind that those people are super experienced and they've done this. This is their job, so they've probably done this to a million people before. Like, they've probably removed hair from down there for a lot of girls or women, whatever, so they're not gonna care and they're not gonna judge, so just relax. You still feel like awkward and stuff, but like just keep that in mind that it's their job, they've seen it before, so you don't have anything to worry about. We're all born in nature, we all have hair, so don't be ashamed of that. Okay, next question. Does popularity matter in high school? Short answer, no. Do you ever imagine stories with your unknown future boyfriend? I used to do that when I was a little younger, but not as much anymore. I feel like everybody does it. You know, you just like make up, especially like right before you're going to bed. Full day you won't like think about all this stuff, but right before you're going to bed, you fantasize and like make up all these stories in your head about this boy and stuff. Yeah, like I've been through that. I used to do that a lot, but I feel like as you grow older, don't really do that anymore because you just mature. And I don't know, it's probably like an age thing. For me, it was an age thing. Like as I grew older, I stopped, like started doing it less. It wasn't like a conscious effort to do it less. I just didn't fantasize or make up stories about my future boyfriend. I used to do that a lot when I was younger. Next question. Okay, this question, I feel like so many girls go through this. How to get over someone you've dated in your head. Like, you've never actually dated them, you just dated them in your head, and now you're starting to realize that it's not real. Finally started to come back to your senses, but you just can't seem to get over this person. I've been through it. I still go through it sometimes where I'm like, I've dated that boy in my head. It can also be like celebrities, by the way. You just actually, for like some wild reason, you think that, oh yeah, you're gonna date them and stuff, like random shit you make up in your head, and you like stretch it out for so long that you actually end up thinking that you're dating them in your head, but you're not really. And then one fine day you realize that it's not real, and then you're just like, what the hell do I do now? Like, I can't stop thinking about this person, and they probably don't even know I exist. The other side is that it is a real life person that you know in person, and you've talked to them a little bit and they've given you like a little bit of like hopes, and then they like flirt a little, and then the next day they're like disappeared. Even if they like send you one heart, you're like, oh my god, like he loves me. Like, basically exaggerate every single text that they send you. They're probably just sending it to like a million different girls. I feel like the biggest thing with this is time and also maturity. A few older girls also who reached out to me, they're like, I have been through something like this, and now I am with the love of my life, and we love and respect each other so much, and we value and care for each other so much. And she basically just said that I was literally in the same position. Don't worry, just be patient. It's just probably not the right person, and why do you even want to be with a person who does not want to be with you? You know what I mean? Like, it's as simple as that. There's 100% a person out there who is gonna see your worth and realize your worth, and he's gonna be grateful that he did, because he's gonna score big time when he does realize your worth. For the longest time, you probably like feel like, oh my god, but I'm never gonna like someone more than I like this person, or I'll never feel the same way anymore. But let me tell you, sit down, relax, just calm down. I promise you 100% you are gonna feel that love. And this is not even love, it's probably like infatuation, whatever. Regardless, even though you feel like it's love from your side, you are gonna feel that same feeling, better feeling, because it's not gonna hurt anymore. And the best part is that it's gonna be reciprocated from this other person who's just there. He's there. Just relax, be patient, and it's gonna happen. Stop texting him, guys. If they're not responding, you know deep down you're giving more than they are, and stop and like realize your worth and just live your freaking life. Just be happy. Smile and be happy. Basically, same questions over and over. This guy doesn't put same amount of efforts I put, and I end up breaking my heart. What to do? Leave. Just leave. Live your life, and what's meant for you will come to you at the right timing, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be worth the wait. Be patient. In the meantime, just work on yourself and live your life. Enjoy your life. What if he ghosts you? I know ghosting is sometimes hard because you never get that closure. Because sometimes I'm like, I'd rather have you tell me that you're not interested, because it's easier to like move on when that other person is like, I really don't think of you in that way, so I'm sorry, blah blah blah. And then you're like, okay, like at least he was honest with me and like I can move on. I like for sure know that he's not into me. But when they ghost you, it's like they were giving me attention before and now they're not giving me attention, so is this a game? Like what do I do? And you're like just stuck thinking that where did I go wrong, what did I do wrong, and you're like stuck wondering if they still like you or no. The simplest thing to keep in mind is if they aren't putting in the effort, if they aren't texting back, if you're texting them more than they are texting you, if they ghost you, then sometimes silence is also an answer. So take his silence as, or if a guy was watching this for some reason, take her silence as an answer, and that answer is that he's just not for you and you need to take extra care of yourself for a little bit. Soon enough you're gonna move on and like go on with your life. He's probably out there, or she's probably out there like living her life and like moving on and just like chilling. Like why do you want to be stuck in your bed and crying and thinking about this person? Okay, how to balance two girl best friends. This can also be just two best friends in general, not just girls, like two guy best friends, two girl best friends. I feel like it comes naturally. Like make sure you're making enough plans with both of them. When I was younger, if someone was my best friend and if like she was best friends with somebody else, I'd be like, oh my god, you're not my best friend anymore because you're also best friends with her. Again, as you grow older, as you mature, you just realize that people have different relationships with different people, and just because your best friend is really close to somebody else doesn't mean she's not your best friend anymore. Her relationship with somebody else doesn't define your relationship with her. So keep your relationship with your best friend different from your best friend's relationship with some other person. I was one of those girls who was like super possessive about all her like best friends and stuff. Like, oh, you can't be best friends with anybody else and all that. But like as you grow up, you older, you realize that everybody has their own lives, and as long as that person is in your life, it shouldn't really matter who else is in their lives. Views on long distance relationship. I have not been in a long distance relationship, but I know people who have. For some of them it's just gone terribly super bad, and for some of them it's worked out and they're still dating after like a long time of doing long distance. So it just depends on people and how much you're actually willing to put in the effort to maintain that relationship. Again, it depends on how much you're in love with them or how long you've hung out or dated before doing long distance. If you just start dating for a week and then you're doing long distance after a week, then maybe your relationship doesn't have a strong enough foundation to last through the long distance. Again, that also depends. Like I know people who've dated for a very little time in person and then they've done long distance, but still they've maintained their relationship, also because both of them are so super into each other and they just want to be with each other. It depends on how much you are into each other and how much you're willing to put in the effort, and if it's genuine love, if it's genuine interest, then it's gonna last. Otherwise it's not, and everything happens for a reason. I feel like this whole video is just about like guys and relationships, and I don't know. Don't get discouraged if something like that happens a lot. For me, it's happened a lot where I've been heartbroken a lot of times. Don't get discouraged ever, because what I've learned from it is every single time that happens, it kind of pushes me to just do better in my personal life and push myself further and push myself to create more friendships and talk to new people and go out there and live my life, just be a happier version of myself. So that's kind of helped me, and it's also helped me put things into perspective where basically I've just refined my type a lot. When I was younger, that was my type, the artsy kind, the guy who plays the guitar, or singer who acts, who's an artist. Situations, all these heartbreaks also makes you realize what you really want and what you don't like and what you don't like. So it's kind of trial and error, and it's really just the universe making you just play your field and see what you like. And even though it hurts, you realize that that's not something you want, probably in the future don't want to deal with. I've realized that, and I'd rather be with someone who has a more like stable job, like doctors, engineers, or just whatever, lawyers. Like that's just an example, but what I want to say is take all the positive from it. Think of it in a positive way where you get to learn what you like and what you really don't like, and you're not gonna fall for the same kind of people again. And I have been there where I've constantly fallen for the same kind of guys over and over and over again, and then I'm just like, why am I always heartbroken? And I'm like, bitch because you're an immature dumbass. Don't you realize like you're doing the same thing over and over again? But I feel like as you grow up, you realize that. And hey, anyway, those were all the questions that I'm gonna answer for this video. I know it was a lot more like boy centric than my last two girl talks were more, there were other things that I talked about such as like body confidence, hair removal, friendships, but this was more focused on boy problems and boy drama. Yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to keep continuing this series, if you want a girl talk 4 in the near future, then give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, and I'm gonna be here, your virtual sis. We're just here to support and care for each other and hype each other up in this community. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night or evening, whatever. I haven't said this in such a long time. Let's cute chammak chalo. Bye guys.